Okay, so the way solo businesses operate, it's completely different now. In 2024, we were just kind of prompting tools. But today, in 2026, we're deploying agents. We've dug into 5 big industry reports and tons of user forums to map out the exact playbook that the sharpest solo founders are using to, get this, replace an entire 5-person team.
And this quote right here, it's the key to everything. It's the huge difference between, asking a tool for an answer and actually sending a teammate out to get a task done. This move, from just passive help to active, hands-off automation, that's where you unlock some serious productivity.
So, you're probably wondering, what's the price tag for this AI dream team? Well, our analysis shows that the whole elite stack clocks in at around $150 a month. Yeah, that's it. For less than what a few software subscriptions used to cost, you can now get the same output as a writer, a designer, a researcher, an assistant, and a customer support rep. It's wild.
All right, so where do you even begin? The first layer is the foundation. These are the absolute non-negotiables, the bedrock of your entire AI-powered operation.
And you know what's really interesting here? The consensus. It wasn't just one report. Across all these industry analyses and user forums, the same 3 types of tools just kept popping up as essential. So this isn't just hype, it's a proven formula.
And boom, here they are, the foundational 3. First, an AI coworker like ChatGPT or Claude for all your research and content. Second, an automation engine like Zapier to make all your apps talk to each other. And third, a creative suite like Canva for design. These 3 pillars can handle the vast majority of your repetitive work.
And the best part, you don't have to boil the ocean here. Data from Zenith.com actually shows that just by putting one of these AI coworkers to work, you can save over 10 hours a week. That's an entire workday you get back, like, instantly. Okay, so you've got the tools, but that's just step 1. The second layer of this protocol, it's all about a mindset shift. It's about changing how you think about AI, moving from just simple questions to giving complex commands. This is what we mean by the shift to AI agents.
This slide just lays it out so perfectly, right? The old way was the chatbot. You ask a question, it gives you an answer. Simple. The new way is the AI agent. You deploy it, and it goes out and acts. It's not just a tool anymore, it's a teammate that you can trust to handle multi-step jobs across a bunch of different apps.
So the fancy industry term for this is Agentic AI, and Wise has a great definition here. They're super smart assistants built for specific tasks that learn and work on their own. They don't just find stuff for you, they manage entire workflows, like processing a new order, qualifying a sales lead, or updating your CRM, all without you having to micromanage every single step.
And look, this isn't some far-off futuristic thing. The adoption rate is exploding. Data from Zenith.com shows this massive jump from 40% of solopreneurs using AI daily in 2024 to a projected 78% in 2026. This agentic shift is happening right now.
Okay, this leads us perfectly into layer 3, managing the money. Having a powerful AI team is amazing, but you've got to have a smart financial stack to handle it all, especially when you're paying for tools from all over the world.
And here's the kicker. This whole setup is wildly affordable. That $150 monthly budget, based on the Zenith report, breaks down really cleanly. You've got about $20 for AI assistant, $30 for automation, maybe $13 for design, and the rest gives you a really healthy cushion for any specialized support tools you might need. The cost is clear and totally predictable. But there's a catch, right? A common headache for so many people is that a lot of these awesome AI tools are priced in US dollars. So if you're living and working anywhere else, you can get hammered by foreign exchange fees. Turns out, our sources all pointed to one go-to solution for this exact problem.
And that recommendation is a tool like Wise Business. It's so essential because it basically lets you act like a local business no matter where you are. You can get US bank details to pay for subscriptions directly in dollars and dodge those high fees. Plus, you can handle over 40 different currencies, which is a lifesaver if you're working with freelancers from around the globe.
All right, on to layer 4. And honestly, this might be the most important one, the reality check. The AI space is just flooded with hype, you know? It is absolutely crucial to separate what the big industry reports are excited about from what real people are actually doing to get work done. So, if you read the big industry reports, like this one from Zapier, they're all buzzing about this idea of AI orchestration. It's this concept of building these super complex, interconnected systems where all your AI agents work together like a symphony.
It sounds powerful, it's really ambitious, and it's definitely what the big tech companies want you to focus on. But then we looked at what actual users, real solo founders, are saying on places like Reddit. And the story? It's completely different. For them, real productivity comes from simple tools that just quietly make their lives easier without needing a ton of constant setup. They don't want to conduct a symphony, they just want a tool that works, plain and simple.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, even though that whole AI orchestration idea is cool and powerful, it's just not what's making a difference for most solo founders right now. The real wins are coming from picking simple, effective apps that solve one specific problem with as little friction as possible. Don't get lost in the hype.
And that brings us to our final layer, putting this all into action. This is where we take everything we've talked about and wrap it up into a simple, straightforward plan for you to deploy your very own AI team.
Okay, so let's break it down. Here's your 4-step plan to make this happen. Number 1, build your foundation with those 3 core tools. Number 2, adopt that agentic mindset. Don't just ask questions, deploy agents. 3, manage your stack with a clear budget and a smart financial tool. And number 4, focus on reality. Pick the simple, effective tools, not the complex, hyped-up ones.
And really, this all boils down to one powerful final thought. For years, we've been asking what AI can write for us, or summarize for us, or design for us. But the solo founders who are crushing it in 2026, they're asking a totally different question. They're no longer asking, what can AI write for me? They're asking, what can AI do for me? And that, right there, changes everything.